Medicine Hydrocotyle Asiatica. The purpose of knowledge shared here is only educational and to increase awareness. Please always consult your doctor before taking any medicine. Self-treatment may always be injurious. मित्रों, आज का विषय एक भारतीय औषधि हाइड्रोकोटाइल एशियाटिका, जिसे मंडूक पर्णी वानस्पतिक नाम सेंटेला एशियाटिका से जाना जाता है। यह भारतीय औषधीय वनस्पति है। वनस्पति विज्ञान के अनुसार इसकी फैमिली एम्बेलिफेरी एपिएसी है। ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण औषधि है। फ्रेंड्स, टुडे वी शैल नो when to use medicine Hydrocotyle Asiatica. Hydrocotyle is an Indian remedy curative in disorders that exhibit interstitial inflammation and cellular proliferation in any part, hypertrophy and induration of connective tissue. In leprosy and lupus, when there is no ulceration, of great use in ulceration of the womb, difficulty in maintaining an upright posture, very copious perspiration, pains of cervical cancer. Beaulieu was the first to use it as a remedy in leprosy. The skin and the female generative organs are the chief seats of the drug's action, though the liver, the nerves and the mucous membranes are also powerfully acted upon. A great variety of skin affections have been cured with it: acne, eczema, pemphigus, lupus, copper-colored eruption, papular eruption on face, intolerable itching in various places. Girl 20, weak and sickly looking, since childhood troubled with glandular swellings, for 8 years had lupus exudations of nose. Her mother had coppery eruption on face. On the right of the nose was a button the size of a sixpence, covered with a thick crust covering yellow pus mixed with blood, margins irregular and livid. 5 other buttons size of lentils near root of nose, both sides. Hydrocotyle was given in 6th, 3, mother tincture and 18th potencies in succession with intermissions, and completely cured in 5 months. Stomatitis, aphthous and syphilitic, irritation of the neck of the bladder, increased secretion of urine, heat and itching in vagina, pruritusvulvae, weight in uterus, granular ulceration. Hydrocotyle causes weight in the male uterus, the prostate gland. Gouty and rheumatic disorders, affections of the trigeminal nerve, bruised feeling in all the muscles, persistent dreaming all the time he was asleep, and an unpleasant mouth on waking in the morning. Relations of hydrocotyle with other remedies: compare with hydrastis in lupus, with ferrampic in lupus, with hura in leprosy. Thalassae bursa-pastoris fragilis in uterine affections. Michela eupatorium purp, apis hydrangea in irritation of the neck of the bladder. Mind, gloomy thoughts, misanthropy, मनुष्य के प्रति घृणा, मानोद्वेष, inclination for solitude, indifference, gaiety, reaction, loquacity, reaction, head, vertigo with torpor, congestion of blood to the head, heaviness, painful drying in almost all cranial nerves, neuralgic pain in the external frontal nerve, intense pain with some swelling in the posterior part of the skull, occiput, acutely sensitive especially to touch, constriction of back part of skull and integuments, eyes look unsteady, injection of palpebral conjunctiva, pricking in eyes, vision dim, dazzling, ears, pain in left internal meatus auditorius, throbbing in right ear, ringing in left with stoppage, confused noise in left, blowing sound, nose, swelling of nose, tickling, worse left nostril, feeling as before bleeding, stoppage of nose, coryza dry, bleeding, lupus exudans of nose, face, intoxicated expression, intermittent pain in left cheekbone, mouth, whitish spots on left upper and under sides of the tongue, impediment in speech, redness of velum palatii with pain on swallowing, worse by food, hyperemia of buccal mucous membrane, saliva increased, taste insipid or bitter, unpleasant in the morning, throat, tonsils red, pricking in pharynx, disorder of constrictor muscles of pharynx, esophagus dry and rough, burning and pricking in esophagus, stomach, loathing of food, anorexia, then strong appetite, aversion to tobacco smoking, irritations frequent, acid, nausea, swelling of stomach, contraction, cramp-like pain, sensation as if gases collected into a ball, anxiety in region of stomach, heat in stomach region spreading out like a bar, abdomen, barborygmy in different parts, flatus, violent contractions of intestines, pain every 5 minutes, worse in transverse colon, constriction, sensation as if all organs were in motion, pain in upper part of liver, obstruction in hepatic region, heat in hypogastrium, stool and anus, weight in rectum, burning in anus, itching in anus, ineffectual desire for stool, stools dry, dark, stools increased, stools easier, urinary organs, slight formication in kidney, irritation of neck of bladder, constriction of bladder, frequent desire to urinate, irritation of urethra, urine increased, urine becomes brown on cooling, urine turbid without sediment, male sexual organs, drying in spermatic cords, worse left scrotum, relaxed, impotence, indifference to intercourse, feeling of weight in the prostate gland, female sexual organs, vulva, vagina and cervix red, heat in bottom of vagina, pricking and itching at its orifice, leukorrhea increased, pain in the ovarian region, weight in uterus, pain in the whole uterus, especially left side, severe labor-like pain in uterus and appendages. Respiratory organs and chest, pricking in the vicinity of glottis, dryness of windpipe of ventricles of larynx, voice weak, speaking soon fatigues, irritation of air passages, difficult expectoration of bronchial mucus, breath short, oppression of chest which suddenly ceases and then returns at longer or shorter intervals, heart and pulse, cardiac spasm, constriction of heart with quiet and regular pulse, or with a few separate beats in certain arteries, or with hot flushes in different parts of the face, irregular beating of heart, pulse stronger and fuller, neck and back, renewal of old rheumatic pains in left rhomboid, worse from pressure, bruised pain in loins, obstruction in the region of kidneys with heaviness, limbs, contractions of forearms and legs, irresistible inclination to stretch, pain in all joints, worse left, pain in all muscles, sensation as if hot water ran through the marrow of bones, upper limbs, weariness in all muscles of the shoulders, crampy numbness of right forearm, hand and fingers, pain in finger joints, lower limbs, gait unsteady, inability to stand, sharp pains in hips, weariness in muscles of thighs with crampy movements in calves, generalities, bruised feeling in all muscles on waking, wandering pains in muscles of chest and legs, dryings in several muscles, malaise, weariness with depression, heaviness and dullness, dull feeling throughout the system generally, and unfitness for everything. Skin spots almost circular with raised scaly edges, yellowish spots on legs, erysipelatous redness, red points on eyelids, left side of neck and both hands, red spots covered with whitish scales on left side of the neck, lilac-colored spot shaped like an ear on sole. The skin over it is depressed and walking is painful. Erythema on face, neck, back, chest, arms and thighs with much itching, with copious sweat, miliary eruptions on neck, back and chest, sudamina on abdomen, papules on face, pustules on chest, pricking on different parts, itching in several places, itching at the tip of the nose in one who had chilblain there every year, sleep, yawning and stretching, sleepiness in the daytime, heavy dreamless sleep, persistent dreaming all the time he was asleep, mouth is unpleasant state in morning, fever, shivering in the afternoon, cold hands and feet with general condition resembling precursory stage of fever without alteration of pulse, sensation of coldness in forearm, hand, left foot and leg, better by rubbing, but returning when the rubbing ceased. Febrile movements, heat of skin, in bones of leg, in left tibia, in face, in flushes, in different parts of face in flushes, especially temporal regions, profuse sweat. Wishing you a happy and healthy life. Thank you.